Morning everyone, how you doing? So that was a load of clarity last night, wasn't it? I could have watched another episode of Hollywood. Still, it does show that reading tabloid predictions about the future might not be worth any more of your time. So, to view or not to view, should you be going out on viewings yet? Well, the PM did specify construction and manufacturing, and he did, it was yes to being encouraged to go to work, but he did also say that shops and hospitality would be shut. For really what he's saying there is customer facing businesses, no, they're remaining closed, but construction, manufacturing, not customer facing businesses and unable to be carried out from home, yes, go back to work. So really for now, right now, hold tight. There is a large paper being handed into Parliament today around how estate agents might somehow get things back to normal, but probably that's going to be another week or so before we know anything more about that. So I think right now, even though you could technically say that you could, stand outside an empty property, let someone in and do all of the things that have been mentioned in the proposals that are kind of floating around between the housing minister and the estate agency industry, none of that has been approved yet, and that is definitely not the official guidance right now. And as a customer facing industry, you do have a responsibility, to the public to not put more people at risk, and all of the there are mixed messages around that, and you could very successfully argue that you could keep social distancing in place and stay a long way from people and make sure that you didn't put them at risk and they didn't put you at risk, but you will be going on a journey to that property. They will be going on a journey to that property. You can't control who you come into contact with outside. You can't control what your potential viewer might come into contact with on their journey to that property either. And it probably isn't essential travel, is it, really? It's really tempting. It's super tempting. Everyone wants to get back to work. Everyone wants to get back to normal. You can see that there are potential deals that might be able to be done, but it has been proved that you can do a lot remotely. You can do virtual viewings. They have produced results. They have produced offers on sales and lettings. So maybe the thing to do is to push those where you can. But really, until there's more government guidance, I would say stay where you are, keep doing what you're doing right now. Don't push it. Don't push the industry into kind of, hurting its reputation any more than it needs that, really. Do something that lifts the reputation of the industry. Stay where you are. Wait for the official guidance to come through. It's really frustrating. It would be really great to have a really firm guideline, but you can't really expect the Prime Minister to have gone through every single industry in the country. Whether or not you like the Prime Minister, you can't really expect him to have done that in one speech last night. He's gone through every single sector, every single type of shop and business in the country and said, you can go back, you can't go back. Of course it was going to be a bit vague, but really it was pretty clear, wasn't it? You can go and exercise a bit more. You need to keep apart from people, and unless you're in construction and manufacturing, if you're in a customer facing business, then you were not included in the businesses that should be encouraged to go back to work. But what do you think? What do you think about that? Do you think you should go out and do viewings now? What if an owner or a landlord insisted that you did and maybe said, well, if you don't, then I'm going to give it to another agent? What would you do then? It's a bit of a tough one, isn't it? Be interested to hear what you think.